The strengths: there's a growing interest in food self-sufficiency. There's a huge potential for farm to school to take off across the state of Hawaii. This growing interest in food self-sufficiency came about really with 9/11, when all of the boat shipping lanes were stopped and all the ships were backed up outside the port for 2 weeks. There was a run on fresh fruit and in the stores, and you can imagine what kind of chaos ensued when people started realizing that they're way too dependent on food from the mainland, and they needed to cut the fossil fuel umbilical cord. So a lot of that is really building up that kind of idea. As I said before, the strength is there's one school district. That's also a challenge. But it is a huge opportunity in that if we make one policy change, it's good for 258 schools. As I mentioned before, our weather growing conditions are terrific. Lots of wonderful tropical fruits that you're not going to get on your salad bar here, like mangoes, papayas, rambutan, lychee, and like 4 different kinds of bananas. There's also very small, tight-knit communities where everybody seems to know each other. That's good and bad. There are many, many connections between the existing farm-to-school programs there. And as I said, there's this strong traditional sense and a resurgence of the whole ahupua'a mentality, which is coming back. The challenges are, like farm-to-school programs, I think, in many of the other states, budget and the school lunch program, and actually getting those fresh, local, seasonal products into the kitchens. And with our particular challenge of one school district, we have to work with lots of different kitchens and lots of different food service directors and many, many different kinds of ordering systems. So that's a huge challenge. The budget is very, very tight in the district. One of our schools has a PTA that's subsidizing a 1 time per week fresh salad bar. There's also a charter school that we work with who really has incredible salad bar program featuring fresh and local, and that salad bar is run by Sodexo, and they're able to add on another $1 for their lunches, so because they're a charter school. There's a real challenge with consistency in the supply of fruits and vegetables. And if you're a food service director, you want apples that look like this all the way across the board, or an orange that looks like this all the way across the board. And in Hawaii, there's so many different small farmers that just doesn't happen. No time in the school day for enrichment programs like Farm to School and what we offer, and not many volunteers because many, many parents are working 2 jobs. Our INA in Schools program, and INA is an acronym. INA means the land that feeds, but it's also an acronym for Actively Integrating Nutrition and Agriculture in Schools. It's run by a nonprofit environmental education group, the Kokua Hawaii Foundation. It was developed in partnership with 2 California farm-to-school programs, Food for Thought Ojai and Growing Great in Manhattan. And we've been able to take the best of the lessons learned and apply them to the Hawaii environment. We're governed by a steering committee that includes chefs, farmers, journalists, educators, gardeners. It's really a wonderful little organization. And we have all the different basic components of other farm-to-school programs. I think actually we're pretty comprehensive. Especially with regard to the waste reduction, the 5 R's program. Reduce, reuse, recycle, rot, and rethink. We're really trying to push all of that. We have a pretty strong community and family outreach offerings like cookbooks, film series, garden parties, parent workshops, and we're all trying to push that notion of buy local, buy fresh. There are other farm-to-school programs in Hawaii, and I won't go through all of these right now, especially because they're incredibly hard to pronounce. But there is a growing movement on the islands, and we're really pretty excited about it, and especially another new program called the Hawaii Island School Garden Network, and this is on the big island of Hawaii. It's run by the Koala Center, and its goal is to help island schools build gardening and agricultural programs that will significantly contribute to the increased consumption of local produce by involving students, their school communities, and their family networks in food production. and they're able to really go into 35 different schools across the Big Island, and they do this with 2 part-time staff. So it's a pretty remarkable new program that came online last year. So kind of just to sum up, I think there's a very bright horizon for farm to school in Hawaii. I mentioned there's growing inquiries every year. Our program has gone from 5 schools 2 years ago to now 10, and we're going to expand it. And with food independence becoming a really important and growing interest across the board in the state, I think we have a lot of hope that this is really going to take off in the very near future. Mahalo.